Mhm. Post in the group. Yeah. Copy. Stream copy. Why do I have to create an event to go live? I don't know. That don't make any sense. Anyways, Quantum Health Boss, I guess I'll just post it into the group afterwards. If you're getting reports into your email, this is how you read the reports, all right? So when you get your AO Vitals or AO Comprehensive or AO Body Systems or AO Inner Voice, this is how you're going to interpret the report. So you're not going to be like, hey, what does this all mean? And I have lots of more questions. Okay. So when you go into your email, yeah, you're going to see an email similar like this. Okay. Always try to click on the hyperlink. When you click on the hyperlink, it's actually going to bring you to the actual full report. If you look below in this email, it's only going to be an Excel spreadsheet. The Excel spreadsheet is good to keep. Why? Because it's good to scan yourself regularly and you can throw those in a spreadsheet and track yourself over time. Because once you scan again, it's not going to save the reports. So when you open up your file, right at the top right hand of the corner of the page, there's going to be a question mark. If you hit that question mark, there's going to be some text, a brief description or instructions on how to read the report that you're in, and it's going to have a brief video on how the scan is done. So this is an example of a vitals report, and it's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease. But you have enhanced view and a classic view. I like the enhanced view. You don't need the enhanced view for the food sensitivities, but you have diminishing functioning risk. So you have a low end and a high end, right? But one, right, it means something. You got the optimal imbalance, which you really want to be 5 balance, but you got the low end and high end, and increased inflammation risk 7 to 8. You got the low end and the high end, right? That's what all the colors and the numbers mean. So if you have a 9 red could mean it's overworked. It can mean caution. So take a look, see what's happening. 1 red means not working that well, blocked. It means an immediate attention. So when you're looking at your scans, you're going to see numbers on both sides. What does it mean? So you got previous scan is where it detects the frequencies coming from your body. So that's detecting from your body. And then on the left side, you're going to see current scan. That current scan is where it sends correcting frequencies to your body. And basically, when it can't correct like this, you got double ones or double nines. They could be double eights or double sevens or vice versa or whatever. Um, it can mean that the scanner could not change the frequencies. So if I had a double nine for casein, I probably wouldn't eat it because it would give me an increased inflammation risk somewhere in the body. Let's look at peach. peach here is 1-1. So when it first detected in the body, it basically said, do not eat it. And when we try to change it, the frequency in the body, it says still do not eat it. So say, for example, you already ate peaches. In the Bible, it talks about temperance. So when your body has had enough, when we scan, it will say no more peaches. Okay. So that's why I like to scan before I eat. But with our Heavenly Scan membership, you'll get a scan every day for $10 a month. So the vitals report, as I said, you got all these numbers and thing, but when the scan cannot change the red, we follow the body systems or inner voice report suggestions. So anybody that gets a free scan is going to get this body systems or inner voice suggestions, but a full subscription or a consultation will get you these reports. So ways to improve, some of the suggestions that you would see are manage stress, eat healthy foods, fulvic and humic acid, omega 3s, vitamins and minerals, uh, colloidal golds and silvers, and methylene blues. They all have a reason for being called. Something that you would see on the inner voice, uh, liver, nervous system, large intestines, making sure you're taking pre-meal enzymes, stuff like that. When the scan cannot change, it's going to tell you exactly what you do to have to fix. So, we might be feeling achy or whatever, or we want to get to 100%, but all we have to do is just ask the Holy Spirit inside of us what's happening, and He'll tell us. And when He can't fix it, we can do whatever. So you don't have to be a doctor to know what all these values mean. You can just click on the heading and it will give you a brief description. And then when it doesn't, just copy and paste it in Google and it will let you know what's happening right away. So anytime you see in your body systems report chronic, so chronic has been happening for a long time. So it's probably something that you might want to get rid of because it's been probably manifesting pain and sorrow and emotional stress. Something acute has just started appearing, right? So, I'm not saying that just because it started appearing, we can just let it go forever, but we can identify what's just happening and what's been happening a long time. So, if you want to open up your comprehensive report and look at it like a CT scan or MRI, you would have to switch from the image report to the table report. Excuse me. So when you switch to that report, you can scroll and see which ones are available to open up like a CT scan or MRI. When you click on the heading and you identify the areas that you want to look at, you can just click on the heading and it will switch over to a screen where you can basically pull up the whole man. And you can use the slider on the left to take off skin and arteries and put them back on so you can look deeper to see exactly where the imbalance is in the body. And also by clicking on the thumbnail that's right beside the man, you can save it. So when you go out of the screen and go and click on other areas that you identify that need to be looked at, you can draw a whole map to see if it's an area of concern, save it and print it off and bring it to me or a practitioner or something like that. And that's basically how I've found areas in the body of concern. In the body systems in your free demonstration, there is the hormone panel. But anything that is under 40, don't look at. It's not accurate. Anything 40 above, that's what we're going to write tickets for. So just look at the 40 above and let's go from there. Chemistry. It's not going to tell us exactly what the chemistry numbers are. Why? Because it's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease. But you can click on the headings and it will give you a brief description. But this is basically saying that the cholesterol is out of range because it's red, okay, but it's going down, right? It's going down from out of range. So we can do blood work. I don't think blood work is accurate. I only think it's 60% accurate. But if you follow what the scan says, we can get that back into the green zone, no problem. Just follow the suggestions. Cholesterol. Cholesterol is a steroid normally found in the body, cells, and plasma. So basically, just click on it and it'll give you that description. So another thing that's a module that is included with your free demonstration, let me share my screen here, is the inner voice. So with the inner voice, it uses your voice like a lie detector, and I can isolate the low frequency. The low frequency is where it's harboring all your trapped emotions and pain, and that's really the zone that we want to work at. So my low frequency on August the 29th was F sharp. Okay. So anything inside of the man, that's what's being affected. It's not saying that I have positive emotions. It's not saying I have negative emotions. But if you're too positive, I don't really want to be around you. Too negative, also. But we need to be balanced. So in order to be balanced, you have to use the supporting colored glasses or look at the color, either clothing or whatever. I also tell clients, look inside your wardrobe. What are you wearing most frequently? And you scan, we'll see exactly the reason why. So if I look at orange, it would give me these supporting things. But let's look at the low frequency. So the low frequency is F sharp. So let's go to F sharp. Okay, so F sharp here, right? So the brain is being affected, the stomach, the intestines, the arteries. Yeah, lots being affected there. So you can see what the positive emotions were. So let's look at the bottom of emotions of positive. So increased willingness to face challenges and accept experience more inner harmony. And chronic worry, indecision, and dread might be associated with feeling threatened and angry. Wow, I wonder what I was going through on that day. But emotions, grief, anger, betrayal. Woo! I love my new book, Betrayal, but Still Breathing. But vitals, vitamin E, HCl, and bile acid was being affected, and potential causes, miasms, hepatitis B, and progesterone. I could probably use some progesterone cream. So pancreas, I got to take care of the pancreas, the nervous system, the digestive system is just basically giving me the blueprint to making me be 100%. Wouldn't you want to be 100% and follow what you got to do so you can live past 100 to 120 and beyond? I surely would love to do that. Why wouldn't you want it to do the same thing too? So yeah, this is what is going to be in your email. You want to learn how to discern it on your own. If you have any more questions, yeah, I do give 30 minutes free consultation, so you don't got to worry. I love to educate people exactly what's going on inside their body, but we got to be doing this every day, folks. And I'm here to help you do that, whatever capacity you can do it in. So, Quantum Health Boss, talk to you soon.